Have you ever had a dream that repeats itself? My father brought our family to America when I was 12. He worked for an American company in Mumbai. He studied English, advanced rapidly. When he and my mother had saved enough money, they decided to move us here. I don't think there was ever any question in their minds. They talked about it constantly. Their parents were absolutely against it. But my father and mother said they wanted something better for their children. That's why they had to come here. Have you ever been to India? Very few Americans have any idea what it's like. I was very young when we left, but I remember there were a great many people, and great many of those people were very, very poor. For months after our arrival in the United States, I would dream that the poor people had followed us here. In my dream, my father would ask me to answer a knock at the front door. And when I opened the door, there was no one there. And I would turn to my father and say, "Father, there's no one there." And he would say, "Are you sure?" And when I look back at the open door, the front yard, the street, everywhere there were people. Hundreds, thousands of people, all standing perfectly still and silent, looking at me. My father and mother said, Indians mostly don't like Americans, didn't like Americans. They said their friends loved the idea of America, the American dream. But they thought Americans themselves were arrogant and greedy and lazy and ignorant and dangerous. I guess we proved them wrong, huh? I studied medicine. My father and mother both said I would be a doctor and provide for them when they grew too old to work. I was such a disappointment to them. I dropped out of medical school after just 1 year. I found the studies too hard. My father said I had been corrupted by my American friends, and my mother cried whenever I saw her. I eventually got a degree in environmental science. I saw this coming 3 or 4 years ago. The signs were everywhere, except maybe for Americans. And some would point to small gains in endangered animal populations as evidence that the planet could heal itself, that the last 50 years was just another obstacle to overcome. But by then, of course, the environment was so interconnected, so fragile, any small thing could bring it all down. And what does it matter if there are a few more spotted owls, if there's no one left alive to see them? Lately, I've been having that dream again. Only this time, when I look back out the front door, there is nobody there.